every man acquires property, but it's a wise man that knows how to protect it. And for me, when he writes that, what comes to mind for me is Warren Buffett's quote, which I'm not sure, but it is attributed to him. And also, I think he's not the only one anyway. But it talks about when a person with money meets a person with experience, the one with experience ends up with the money, and the one with money leaves with experience. Right? Mm-hmm. The difference in if you have experience, what experience does to you is that it gives you a better understanding of your emotions.
Emotions, yeah.
That means you're not making emotional decisions, right?
Right.
Emotions affect every area of our life. When you're not in control of your emotions will destroy you. Right? It's like the Bible talks about that a man that has no control over himself, his anger, or use of what emotion there, is someone who is like a city without walls. That means you're open to every enemy attack, right? Because you are responding to every stimuli that comes to you, right? It's just like throwing stone at every barking dog along the way. I mean, you'll never get to where you're going to. You're going to be distracted. You're not going to be focused. So you're not going to get the best from anything you set out to do if you are too concerned about what people would say, what people are thinking about me. So the one way to be able to be financially empowered, independent, is to understand that you need to have mastery over your emotions, right? You have to come to the place where, due to the passage of life, due to your experience of life, you learn how to put your emotions in check, right? It ties also to the scripture where the Bible talks about the fact that we walk not by sight, we walk by faith, not by sight. The word sight there can be replaced with the word emotions. We walk by faith, not by emotions, right? It's faith, it's not by emotions. We allow faith to help us to interpret our emotions, not allow our emotions to interpret our faith, right? So we allow our faith, what we believe, what we know, to interpret our feelings, right? The same thing I talked about high performance. Though I'm feeling somehow, I use my faith to interpret it. I don't subject myself to my feeling. Rather, I bring my feeling under subjection to my purpose, right? And you need to do this. Otherwise, no matter how much money you accumulate, it's all going to go down the drain. Because there are always people around you that want to work on your emotions, right? So you need to learn, right? So, like, I have people around me looking for money here and there, but I'm not God, There's only so much I can do to help people, right? Like I always say, my first job, I left that job having nothing to my name, right? Because every salary I collected, there are always people that need, and it was all going down the drain, It's not that it's bad to help people, but there's only so much you can do because you only get so much, right? So you have to be a master over what you get, right? It's God that is limitless. Each of us is limited, right? We can only help people from what we have, not what we don't have, right? God is limitless, but we are limited. So we're expected to live within our means, right? We cannot go into debt or go and steal because we want to help people. And some people do it. I mean, a young man was sharing with me the other day how he put his hand into the company's money just because of the needs around him. When by the time they found it out, they sacked him, right? They sacked him. He couldn't work again in that sector for what he did. He was supposed to be a Christian, right? So there are things that make people do things like that. Maybe the church is asking for money and doing this. I know another person that stole tires, from his church, from his company's store, just because the pastor needed tires for his car. Yeah, I mean, those are stupidity, those are foolishness, right? We're not God, right? We can only do within our means, right? There's time for everything. There's only so much I can do today if I'm only earning 10,000 naira, right? If I'm faithful with 10,000 naira, maybe I start earning 20,000 naira. There's so much I can do with 20,000. I need to stay faithful in that 20,000 naira. Then maybe I grow to 30, but I have to wait everything in its own season. I must not be behaving as if I'm a 40,000 naira earner when all I earn is a 10,000. I have to be realistic to myself and to everyone, right? You are what you are, right? And you're not defined by what you make anyway. You are defined by who you say that you are, who you know that you are, right? Because wherever you are is not your last bus stop. You know where your last bus stop is. You have your vision, you have your dreams, right? But you must wait for them. You don't behave, you don't start spending above where you are right now. Otherwise, you're going to die before your time. You understand what I'm saying? And are
Yes.
you,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Any question for me on all of that?
No.
All right, great. So we all just need to be realistic with what you have, what we have, and I say this from experience of life,
Right.
even recently, not about money now. A friend needed the help from me, he had to do with someone coming to stay, the truth is it's not the best time for that for me, right? With
Right.
everything going on in my life right now,
Right.
I need this serenity of my dwelling, right? I
Right.
can't take anybody in
Right.
because only me and God know where we are.
That's true.
I don't then want to get distracted by then caring about someone, whether you're waking up, you're moving here. I just want the quiet within my within here. When I go out, I can relate with everybody. But when I come home here, I just want quiet,
Right.
right? I just want quiet, And so it's not a season for me to let anybody in. And I
Mm-hmm.
just need to be realistic with myself, because the only way I'm able to live and do all the things within my responsibility is from the serenity I get when I'm home, right?
Right.
So I need to protect that. I need to be realistic with myself. I can't take anybody in, not in this season, because of the things I'm having to battle with,
Right. Right.
So yeah, so it all comes from again knowing yourself, knowing what you can handle, and not trying to make everybody feel that you are this or that.
Yeah.
It's the important thing is that your heart is open and sincere before God. It doesn't
Right.
matter what any other person talks about after that.
Right.